Okay, right now I am here on my stomach, well, mainly more on my hips here. I'm propped up on my elbows, and by just shifting my weight onto one elbow and pushing myself off of this one and having my hips here situated to the ground, I'm getting some nice movement here in my lower back. Slightly raising and decompressing the vertebrae right here. It's a really nice, good feel. I recommend trying it out. This works in bed and on the mat, on a carpet, on your couch, wherever you choose to be. You can also raise your legs and move them from side to side. This allows a nice loosening in your lower back, as you can see here. You can either move both feet to the side at the same time, or you can have your legs further apart and do one at a time inwards. I recommend trying both of this out because, again, just changing how you angle your body, as we did with opening your legs more, now reaches completely different regions of the legs and hips. You're gonna notice your hips here. Shit. Okay. Alright. How do I... Okay, so I now have my legs farther apart into my straddle. That's what, again, it's basically this right here, except I'm laying down on the ground with my upper body now. My feet are tilted inwards. That means here my leg is tilted inward in the hip socket, and then slightly raising and lowering. Shit. Okay, let's do one at a time. Great stuff for the hip. So I've got one leg up here and one down, lowered in this, and this changing sides. I would suggest not doing it at the wall, because here I'm kind of just, restricting my own movement. Whether I've got space for it or not, I know I could move more, but this is just kind of stopping me. So if you choose to do any movements, I would check your surroundings first. Oh, this is a good one. So I am, again, propped up on my elbow, laying on my side. I'm going to be doing a switcheroo. So I'm going to be bringing this elbow down to the ground. I'm going to shift both knees together and then to the other side. Feet together, knees together. And then here in this position, both of my hips are right above each other. And notice my torso, my upper body is still tight on the ground. So here, the rotation is happening at the midsection, in the front and in the back. So my core is getting a nice good stretch. It's also getting a nice good training because of this position here I'm holding, and the shifting of weight from side to side. And this isn't a full-on plank, so I think this is a really decent move to build in. Feels really awesome for your back. You can hold more if you need a break. Just lower yourself to the ground, hold, give yourself time to rest, and then when you can do it again, you can even try it without raising your upper body. If this is where you're at, start with your legs completely on the ground, right? I mean, it's good stuff either way. Always preach, start where you're at and then make it easier. So I can do this now because I've been doing the other one for a while, that this has now become a comfortable start. And here I'm training my core, my stomach, my back. Oh yeah. And then because I'm feeling motivated, I'll just hold this. Nope, I'm not gonna hold it. I'm gonna go ahead, add some movement, because that's the kind of person I am. Try and tilt your pelvis forwards, squeeze your butt, and then back here. Let your lower back bend, and then tilt your pelvis forwards and then lower. Okay, keep going. One more, at least one more. Okay. Okay, so you can also have your chest to the ground and let that sit for a moment. I feel this in my shoulders, and I feel this in my upper back. Upper to middle back. The middle back where the bend is most present. Yeah, sometimes it is good to just hold a move and let your body get used to this. Like my back isn't used to this just yet. And so, it's good to try it out. And then slowly raise yourself. Here, in between moves, if I notice that my body needs a little bit of movement, I'm gonna go ahead and take some time to do that. And then, ooh, a wave. Hang on. Whoa, okay, she's gonna do the worm. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay, but the up, going back up is one thing. So going down, by moving forwards, I'm tilting my pelvis forwards and letting the rest of the body roll. Okay, and if I want to go up, what do? All right, so that was one way. Is that how I like to do it? Let's see. Okay, so down, tilt your pelvis forward, and it rolls like a wave. And if I want to go back up, I guess it works for now. I'll figure it out eventually, but this is cool. I can do a little wave. Now, let's find it again. From here, tilt your pelvis forwards. There we are. Okay, so I can do a half worm is what they call it when you can do this with your body on the ground. See? So I got a nice curve. Sure, if that's all I can do right now, then that's what I'm gonna practice. This is cool because look, I'm doing the plank, but I'm doing something new. I'm staying in the movement and I'm not noticing that I'm doing a plank. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do a few times, not looking in the camera to get this movement in. See, so I noticed coming back up with the roll wasn't really working. So I just decided to stay with what I could do. This, and then just back up. This, back up. Eventually I'm gonna roll back up nicely, sometime, somehow, but it doesn't have to be today. Ooh, this is nice too. Okay, so I have my feet raised from the ground, and now I'm twisting them left and right. I'm just seeing what this does. Ooh, okay, so I'm on my elbow here, decided to raise this. I have both of my feet here on this side of me. I've raised this arm and now I'm pressing and twisting. Oh yeah. Let's move to the other side, going back down here. Feet are on here. And then I'm gonna press and twist. Ooh boy. Oh. Okay. And then I like to just give my body a chance to recalibrate, get back into its neutral position by moving it left and right. I like getting a lot of movement in my lower back and here, my glutes and my this and my that, all up here. Because it just feels nice, and I know that if I do a position where I'm like really twisted and then I get back out, and if my body's like, hold on, and I need a moment, I give myself that moment. And then just play with what I can. So if you want to get your inner thighs nice and warmed up, you've got several options. You could either do it in standing with your side lunge. Start where you're at. That means if you can only get your legs this far apart, fine. Just make sure you bend out of the hip forwards and then get a nice stretch in your back leg. If you can, get deeper I always recommend bending out of the hip forwards. Here we go. And then if you don't want to do it in standing, or if you've already done it and now want to do it here, where was I? How did I do it? Pretty much just lean more to one side and then lean to the other. I'll see if I can show you in this angle. Lean more to one side here in this example, and then lean towards the other. That's just going to give you a nice stretch here. If you're already on the ground, in the bed, whatever you're at, wherever you're at. Yeah, and you can also play with the angle. Sit back and stretch, pull yourself forwards and stretch. Twist your pelvis forwards, see what that feels like. Try and give the other side a decent amount of practice as well. Start with the beginning movement. I know when you like start doing this and then you move into the next move, as soon as you switch sides, you kind of want to automatically move into that move you just ended with. But try to start and get this side of your body warmed up and prepared for the movement. Right, we did some lean back and then roll forwards. If you notice your hip sockets, your joints making some moves and you're like, hey, what was that? If it's not hurting, good. Like it's not something you need to worry about unless there's pain. If there is pain, take it slower, and make sure that you do allow yourself to pull back and stop if you notice that you're doing a little bit too much, because you know, I know we're ambitious and we want to just do the thing, but it's best to like take it a little bit easier and to give it another go as soon as your body says, hey, okay, we can do it now. And again, if you've been doing your mind muscle connection exercises, you can do your left right butt squeeze. I recommend this because right now I'm squeezing right, then squeezing left, and all of this in this super deep straddle is just getting all the muscles up here along with everything that's attached to the glutes nice and moving. And a nice deep sit. I think it's really cool how deep I can go now. Okay, I've told you this before, but depending on where you have your foot positioned behind your knee, this move changes a lot. If your feet are behind your, like bent at the knee and behind your butt, for me it's easier. If I then have the ankle right behind the knee, like this, it's the positioning in the hip socket is different, and it's worth exploring. I'm not gonna like not do it. Oh no, super curious. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, if your body says, oh my god, give me a moment, give it a moment and just do some moves to like recalibrate. That's what I like calling it. Okay, so I've got one leg bent here, the other extended, and I can either move with my upper body towards my foot. I have this hand that is opposite to the leg that is extended. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the outside of this leg to get that extra rotation in my upper body. The other hand is off here to the side. So I'm holding here on this leg to secure this rotation. And here I can grab my foot if I like. If you can get this far, awesome. If not, then just grab where you can. And trust that the more you do this, with time, you'll be able to do it more and more. Yeah. Holy shit, that's so impressive. Look at what you can do now, baby girl. So cool. Yeah, it's really nice being able to see the things that you used to not be able to do. It's cool. It's really cool seeing how you evolve. It's really cool how you see how you develop. It's really cool seeing how small things add up over time. Okay, this hand on the outside for that nice twist. Other hand either back here or on your foot. If you do hold your foot, I am holding it here on this outside and then pulling. So this gets the foot in a nice flattened position, straight, aligned. Okay. All right. Woohoo. Here I'm gonna notice it on the inner hamstring, or this inner portion, but slightly to the back is where I'm noticing it. And also, depending on the full back of the leg, because it is a deep stretch of the leg, and with this rotation, I'm also noticing it. Where am I noticing it? My knee. On the other side, I had it back here as well. Sometimes you're gonna notice some sensations on one side more than the other, and that's okay. That's allowed to be. Just listen to that. Just be curious. Sometimes you're gonna do an exercise and one leg or one arm can just do it a little bit better, and I think that's also a really cool thing. I had wondered, why is that? Hang on. Wait. Why is it that sometimes, well, when we do an exercise, one leg can raise higher than the other, one arm can do this than the other. Typically it's legs and hips and that. And then I thought, hang on, when we sleep, depending on how you sleep, are pretty much in bed several hours stretching unconscious. Like if you happen to be someone that sleeps like this, right, on your belly, off to the side like this is nice and comfortable. You're stretching this leg. If you're someone who does this and you switch in the night, great, you're stretching both legs. If you know, sleep some other way, hang on, this is also a stretch. Like we're stretching while we're sleeping in a way, and depending on how you sleep, you're getting a little bit more on one side than on the other, unless you are doing both evenly in your sleep, which is also pretty cool. I've noticed that the last couple of nights, I think my body really needed a stretch, because in my dreams I was stretching, and then I noticed that my sleeping unconscious body is also like, I don't know if it was not conscious because I was aware of it, but I was like testing out, hang on, doing like this, like that, like in my sleep. My body's like adjusting itself to make sure that it's addressing these pain points. And I think that was a pretty cool discovery of mine, that these skills that I've built up, this habit of moving, this remedy of, hey, when I notice that something needs a little bit of help, I just take a moment to stretch it out, to check out the mobility. It's not just stretching, it's just like, okay, hang on, let's see. It's fine-tuning. Now I'm doing that in my sleep as well. And I've got some really cool stretches that are super helpful. And then I wake up, I'm like, okay, what was it? That was good. So my sleeping body knows what to do, and I'm just following along. I'm gonna try it again and again. And then when I find what works best for me, I'm gonna share it here with you, because that's what I do. Okay, so I'm gonna get ready for what's next. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you had fun. I hope you joined along. And then I would say, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. And until next time.